aboard, friends. We're riding the rails this week on the Rocky Railway. Wave to your friends around you. Tell them welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. I'm so glad you're back here at Bible Adventures today. Let's welcome our friends with our song. Howdy, friend, glad you came to ride with me. Woo, woo. Howdy, friend, glad you came to ride with me. Woo, woo. Jesus' power is so strong, he can help us to hold on. Howdy, friend, glad you came to ride with me. Woo, woo. Last time we heard that God asked Ananias to go visit Saul. Saul wasn't very kind to Jesus' friends, and Ananias was afraid. But Jesus helped Ananias even though it was hard, because Jesus' power helps us to do hard things. God changed Saul's heart, and Saul went from being Jesus' enemy to being Jesus' friend. People saw how much Saul had changed and started calling him Paul instead. Now, if you could change your name, what would your new name be? Why don't you tell me? Wow, that's a great name. I love it. After Paul became a friend of Jesus, he started telling everyone about Jesus' love. But there were still a lot of people who didn't like what Paul said. The Bible tells us that people put Paul in jail and sent him to see the king for a trial. Now that meant that Paul had to go on a ship and sail to where the king lived. Let's climb aboard our ships and pretend to sail. At first, there were nice gentle waves hitting the ship, so let's move our pretend water in order to make some waves. But then a huge storm came, and the storm pushed their ship way out into the ocean, away from where they needed to go. It lasted for 14 long and scary, hopeless days. For 14 days, they didn't see the sun or the moon or the stars, just the clouds and the wind and the rain. Let's count out the days. Day 1, no sun. Days 2, 3, 4, still no sun or moon. The sailors were so afraid. They all thought the ship was going to sink and they were all going to die. Days 5, 6, 7, still no sun or moon, just clouds and rain. Days 8, 9, 10, still nothing but clouds and rain. They threw anything they could into the water to make the ship lighter. So let's throw some things out of our ship too. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Start throwing things out of your ship. Throw them out. Make that boat lighter. Okay. Days 11, 12, 13, 14. They still couldn't see anything but that terrible storm. The men were so busy trying to keep the ship from sinking that no one ate anything the whole time. They lost all hope. They didn't think they'd ever be safe again. But then an angel came to Paul and told him that Jesus would protect them. Jesus' power gave Paul hope, and Paul trusted Jesus. Paul shared the hope with all the other men on the ship. He told them that Jesus had sent an angel who promised him that everything would be okay. The ship was going to sink, but everyone was going to make it to shore. Paul told the sailors they should eat something so that they would have the strength that they needed. Paul thanked Jesus for bread and ate it. And then he gave some to the other men, and they all ate something and felt better. Jesus' power gave them hope. The next morning, they saw land. The ship couldn't get there, so the sailors had to swim to shore. So let's swim to shore too. Let's everybody swim. Swim. Oh, I want to see your big strokes. Big strokes. Okay, when they got to shore, they counted to make sure that everyone was there. Good, we're all here. All the men on the ship made it safely too, just like Jesus had promised. Being in that storm must have been really scary for the men on the ship. But Paul knew someone who's more powerful than any storm. Who is that? Jesus. And Jesus' power gave him hope. Sometimes scary or sad things happen to us too. Is there something scary or sad that happened to you? Can you tell me? Wow, that was really scary. Now, when we feel scared or sad, it's a bit like being in a dark tunnel. It's hard to see anything good coming our way, but Jesus helps us to see that we won't always be in that dark. He shows us His light coming at the end of the tunnel, and that's hope. Jesus' power gives us hope.